In the twilight of the 18th century, a people, dissatisfied with the monarchy ruling over them, decided to take what was theirs, and the course of action would change politics forever. This is America, the Revolution.
No, it's not.
Oh, yes, this is France, the Revolution. We begin in France.
Yeah, you stupid idiot.
Please, just let me get through this. I have 78 other documentaries to voice over today. So, the story begins in France, on a nation divided among three estates. The first estate, the smallest and most powerful, consisting of the clergy, men of God. The second estate, those in society who consider themselves nobility. And the third estate, made up of 98% of the population, mostly consisting of peasants.
Also, it was and still is a common term to refer to these peasants as the broke boys.
It was also important to remember that most of the fear produced by the clergy was not because of their overwhelming power. It was that the robes that they would wear would scare the third estate into believing that ghosts were real. These relations would boil over, as the third estate was severely underrepresented, and after multitudes of problems between the three estates, it was time to strike. July 14th, 1789, the storming of the Bastille.
Bastille? Like the band? I love them. Ayo, 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 ayo.
And a month later, the Assembly of the Revolution would draft the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen, also known as the, let's see if I can get this, Déclaration des droits de l'homme et du citoyen. With the Declaration of Rights of Man and Citizen, it was important to see the emphasis on liberty, equality, and fraternity. Sorority would come later.
The Declaration was paramount to French society and was overall a classic and amazing piece of literature, copied by the Americans.
You know, after this document began to circulate, the French people became even more pissed, to the point where they overthrew the head French fry.
From there, the revolution really jump-started. Through the first couple of years, a military game of tag was played where Louis XVI ran from the French people. His entire family lost. The Legislative Assembly would be established in October of 1791, and by the time the collective French mob came back, the Legislative Assembly turned into the Legislative Disassembly. Oh yes, I forgot. The Reign of Terror. Robespierre decided to start a contest to see who could chop off the most heads. He was pretty successful, and had chopped off many heads. That is, until somebody got mad at him and chopped his head off. And then, in the midst of all the confusion, came the light that would seemingly end the revolution. Napoleon Bonaparte. In a time of civil unrest, where the people who had survived the Reign of Terror were now ruling France, came the army to suppress the new regime. The new National Convention would try to fight for power, but let's just say they came up a bit short. And with that, that is the French Revolution.